By the time we went to trial, that was it. There was just no doubt in my mind whatsoever. I never doubted it for 1 second. Ever.
So the cops were looking for you. I said, come on, man. I said, for what? He said, for a rape. I said, man, I haven't did such a crime as that. So they got me mixed up with somebody else.
Even though I know I didn't do it intentionally, you know, the mistake didn't matter. It was still the same. It was 11 years.
I went in, I got locked up. I was incarcerated for, I got out June the 30th, 95.
Sometime around 3 o'clock in the morning, I heard and felt a presence in my room. And when I looked to the left side of my bed, I saw someone's head crouched beside my mattress. And I immediately said, "Who is that? Who's there?" At that moment, a man sprang up on my bed and quickly covered my mouth as I was screaming with a gloved hand and put a knife to my throat and told me to shut up or he was going to kill me. So I offered him my car, my money, and my credit cards, and I promised him I wouldn't call the police, and he looked at me and said he didn't want my money or my car, and that's when I knew that I was going to be raped. If I lived, I wanted to remember everything about this face and what he looked like so that I could help the police find him and put him in prison. I remember trying different moments to look at his face, catch glimpses of his nose, and memorize everything about him, his voice, what he was wearing, everything that I could remember. I said to him, "Can I just have a drink of water?" And I went into the kitchen and turned the light on, thinking that the light was going to give me space and distance and time. I started to make noise with water and ice and cabinet doors opening and shutting and drawers opening and shutting as I opened up the back door, and I just remember praying, and I took off running. Officers asked if I could do a composite sketch, and I began to work with a police artist to put together, you know, this composite sketch of the man who had just done this to me.
My mother boyfriend, he was standing out front, enjoying the fresh breeze that morning. I had my shirt on my shoulder, it was a white t-shirt, and once I started approaching the partner, he said, "Ron," he said, "the cops are looking for you." I said, "Come on, man." I said, "For what?" He said, "For a rape." I went to the police department and hope to get this matter straightened out. We arrived at the detective, he pops out and, identified himself as Detective Goldie. And I said, "Well, my name is Ronald Cotton." "Yeah, I know." I said, "I'm here because I hear y'all were looking for me for a crime I did not commit." Once inside the police department, I was telling them my story, my whereabouts that particular night. We all had the dates mixed up. And so therefore, that led them to believe that I was lying to them. They had already went by and told my sister they might as well leave because I was not going back home. They was going to lock me up.
We had a photo lineup for me to view. I was given instructions to take a look at them. The suspect may not be in there. Take my time. Don't feel compelled to choose anybody. 6 days after that, we were told to do a physical lineup. I saw Ronald, and he was number 5, and I picked him out. By the time we went to trial, that was it. Ronald had become the suspect. He had become the rapist. There was just no doubt in my mind whatsoever. I never doubted it for 1 second, ever, until the DNA test.
I just couldn't believe it, I thought it was something that was plotted, They just settled upon me and didn't look any further, They felt so sure, But I can't give up. I'm an innocent man. I'm fighting, It's like going to war. You fight fire with fire, the best man win. I got to thinking, I said, well, this DNA is so positive, I'm going to request it, have it done in my case. And so I wrote to the Court of Appeals in Raleigh. Told me that they was going to do the testing. About a month went by. The warden of the prison, I'm in his office at night, and said, "Mr. Cotton, you going home tomorrow?"
The only thing I knew for sure that I was going to say was that I was so sorry. Could he ever forgive me? Obviously, if I looked at him and said, "I'm so sorry, can you ever forgive me?" and he screamed at me and told me no, I would imagine our meeting would have been over. But honestly, that was what I expected from him. I mean, I expected every reaction except the reaction I got.
Just hear her apologize, making such a mistake. I know we're humans, we make mistakes every day. Some people can forgive easily and some people can't.
I didn't think anybody could humanly, forgive someone so quickly and readily like he did.
We live, we learn, and never get too old to. And so by her coming forward, saying what she said, it just closed the door to a chapter in my life.
I often say that my relationship with Ron, outside of my relationship as a mother to my 3 kids, is probably my greatest treasure I have. Because, he and I understand each other and can talk about things that most people can never ever get to. We've seen the worst in each other, the best in each other. We've been a part of each other's lives since we were 22, which is crazy. But we are, I love him. And he knows that there's not a time we're together that we don't tell each other how much we love each other.
A lot of people, they look at us and they don't understand, they think we are a couple for boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and that nature, but it's not like that, because Jennifer and I, we can talk about things that some other couples care not to discuss. It's just the way it is.
If there's been pain in your life, whether you've created it or someone's created it for you, you have the choice and you have the freedom to let it go and take your voice back and get on a different path.
Even, though there may have been a time in their life where someone had done them wrong, that they can find it within themselves to let it go.